Well, today we're very privileged to have here a Lancia car by this owner Phil. He just told me he has a few other Italian brands. But Phil, welcome along. But tell us about this lovely yellow Stratos.
Lancia Stratos.
Lancia Stratos.
Stradale. Which means road, a road car.
Right.
With the road-going version of the purpose-built rally car. The Stratos was the first car built only to go racing. It was designed purposely just to go racing and rallying.
Right.
It was conceived by the Bertoni studio, and they sold the idea to Lancia. And of course, there is one little bit of mystery there. It has a Ferrari engine inside.
Well, there you go.
So
Ferraris everywhere.
Everywhere you go, you can't help it, right? But to go racing, they had to build 500 of them.
That's requirement to get
homologation, of course.
Right.
So therefore, they made 500, of which the majority was road versions. But of course, it's a car you would never drive on the road. No cooling, uncomfortable. You can't see where you're going. But they've become a cult car. Maybe only about 200 survive because the front, the back, and the doors are fiberglass. The middle part's metal, and of course, when you go racing, accidents happen.
Well, they certainly do.
Especially when you're doing 100 mile an hour sideways.
So what's the? I mean, I always ask people this because I think people like to know just what the powerful is. What's the top speed you've had on the race course?
On the race course, probably 100 mile an hour.
100 mile an hour.
Yeah, but and that's kind of pushing it because they're mid-engine. They're notorious for going sideways.
Is that right?
They're doing 360 degrees, right? Because driving on the edge, love the sound of Italian music.
Beautiful. The caddy, yeah. It's better than Harley's.
Now, I've always lusted after one of these cars. Yeah. They're so few in the world. About 3 years ago, one came up on a website in America. The car was in Japan in a private museum. The museum was being disbanded.
Is that right?
Because the owner had died, so that all the cars have been dispersed. It came up. I have a guru in Italy who knows all about these things. I got on the phone to him and I asked him, is it the real deal? Because there's quite a few replicas around.
Yes, we know what replicas.
Is it the real deal? He said it was.
Yeah.
So therefore, bang, I got it.
Terrific.
Got it here, and then it's part of a 2-year restoration. The whole car was...
So your background is in engineering, restoration, or you're just a weapon collector? Well, that's very good. And spending it.
And spending on things like this.
So how many of these still exist in the world?
Maybe 200.
200.
There could be 2 in Australia.
2 in Australia, folks. And I think we have a very passionate man here who's got other talent.
And Peter,
thank you for coming.
Pleasure.
It just shows that Ferraris do have an influence, but a lot of people understand Ferrari got his start working for Alfa and building his racing teams with Alfa.
Correct, yep.
And being an Alfa man, I've got to be show a bit of bias.
Yes, right. But we're all one big happy family, aren't we?
We are. Look, we got Fiats. Once they take over a motorbike, we'll be further. Anyway, we'll see you next year, hopefully. We'll bring one of the other fleet.
Different one,
right?
They've
all got different ones.
Okay.
Phil, have a good day.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.